Christopher Gayson. Prologue. "Wait, what?" asked a wide-eyed Christopher Gayson. His gay eyes ogled his brother's fist as his wild home of child abuse arose to black wonder. Chris's dark-skinned brother had his clenched fist storming the gates of his face, giving his gay grin a fat pounding. "See, little bro," said Jennifer Gayson, Chris's brother who had just changed his name to prepare for the sex change operation he had booked in Gladestown. The dark-skinned brother continued, "Here's something to remember me by," as he tossed his little bro a long fleshy rubber dildo. Streaking the sides of it were bulging veins, just like his brother's. Not that Chris had seen it. At least that's what he told all his friends. Staring blankly at the dildo, Chris glanced back attentively at his brother Ha. Jennifer, with suitcase in hand, looked back at him and asked, "Did you hear a word I said?" Chris stared back with an expression as empty as the amount of condoms he had stashed in his desktop computer and resorted to his default reply, "I'm gay, and I'm gonna go fap now." Jennifer smiled and pulled the finger at him, saying, "I'll miss you, you little bitch," and left through the doorway. He walked in slow motion as the song "Never Gonna Give You AIDS" played over the radio. Part 1. 2 years later. Christopher Gayson eyed the naked ladies in front of him. He was having the time of his life, enjoying the girls strip and fondle with each other. Every day he came here was a pleasure. He did come every day. Chris's tongue flapped violently inside his mouth as he pleasured himself to the porn on his screen. Suddenly, he cried out, "I'm gay," for no apparent reason as he closed the video and stood up, toppling the dildo on his chair over. He smiled creepily as he swiped the sex toy and lifted it up to his face so that he may take his daily Insta-gay selfie with it. As soon as he posted the 1069th picture on his Insta-gay account, the doorbell rang. It must be the pizza, thought Chris as he pulled up his pants and strode proudly to the door. He opened it to reveal a tough-looking pizza delivery guy with the name tag Angelo Aristocrat Arnold Schwartz. Angelo was Chris's high school friend. Wide-eyed, Chris sputtered "Hey yi," awkwardly, as if he was trying desperately to sound hip and gangsta. But Chris was no gangsta. Chris was a little bitch. Angelo plopped the pizza at Chris's feet and said, "You're a little bitch, you know that, Quizzy." Chris licked his lips and said yes confidently before putting his arm forward for a dirty handshake. "Oh no," said Angelo, "I know you fapped with that hand, Cridge, you little bitch." Staring into space, Chris asked, "Ha," before picking up the pizza and slamming the door shut on Angelo's face. Chris sat down at his brother's former sex table and put the pizza down. He opened the lid to reveal a delicious barbecue supreme pizza covered in mayonnaise. He licked his lips as he took a slice and bit down with a slobbery bite. But then it hit him. The hot intensity scorched his tongue and sweat started to drip down his gray shirt that was damp from all that furious masturbation to pornographic material on his telecommunications interconnected immobile desktop technological interactive device. The pizza had been spiked with a shitload of jalapeno. So much in fact, that there was no tomato sauce. Only habanero sauce. There were also pieces of Carolina Reaper pepper scattered around it. Chris's face grew red in pain as he started to fucking die like a bitch because of some hot stuff. Even though it's totally serious and there's no reason to call him a bitch because of it. Chris clawed his way to his room, where he stored his gaming computer and his unused condoms. He thrusted his hand up by the wall and clutched tightly a dildo that was stuck to the side. Struggling, he pulled it down and a panel in the wall opened itself to reveal a collection of various sex toys and prestigious BDSM tools. It was a long, black dildo that was longer than his forearm. Chris shoved it down his throat and immediately, he cooled off. The dildo was coated with a milk substance. No, not semen, you dirty-minded prick. Like actual milk. It cooled him down and Chris's heart rate began to drop back to normal. Catching his breath, he took off his pants and got back on his gaming chair/dildo combo. Suddenly the door burst open. It was his father. Looking at the various dildos and butt plugs lining his wall, he sighed and said, "You had your pizza spiked again, didn't you?" Chris replied with a long before saying, "I'm gonna go fap now, Dad, so if you'll please excuse me." Part 2. "Give it here," yelled the bully. Hugging his precious dildo mini copyright, Chris retorted, "I'd rather not," as he slunk away into the dark corner of X block in his high school. But the bully wasn't asking. The big bad bully strode up to Chris and snatched the dildo mini trademark. "Behemoth, please give it back," cried Chris. Behemoth McBitchface was the school bully. He was big and tall and he had the face of a bitch, but he pushed everyone around. East River Boys High School was an unforgiving place, especially after the incident of some tall kid eating a bunch of students yesterday. Behemoth taunted Chris, "Just because you were on the volleyball team with a bunch of gays doesn't mean you get to hold on to your bitch-ass toys. Holy fuck, this is like an actual fucking dildo, you fucking bitch shit face licking ass whore. I bet your mum stabs you with this every night. Oh wait, that'd make you straight. I mean you're fucking gay as shit, dad that dicks dogs for a living. I bet your favorite item from the tuck shop is the double beef happy, so you can have double the beef up your ass because you're a gay as shit bitch that likes to bitch about how much of a bitching bitch your bitch self is, you fucking bitch ass cunt bitch sweating turd chewing, ass slurping, sweat chugging, brown slapping, ball gobbling, pee sprinkling, masochist wet shit, sword choking, dildo choking virgin ass bitch that can dick nothing but your own sock." Chris stared back as though he was searching for Pluto or something because his attention was definitely not part of the solar system planets before announcing his brilliant comeback, "Yes." But then he fought back for real. Using all his strength, Chris mustered up the energy to throw some fire insults at himself. "You're right," he stated in a voice not quite reaching that of a shout, "I am a bitch, and I'm so gay. God, I'm just so hungry for that dick of yours, I just wanna gobble it up in my juicy mouth and roll your cock around as I touch myself because I'm a dirty masturbator that likes it deep and likes it hard. I like to rub hair gel over my penis just so that it can stick up long after I'm finished because it gets me ready for the next in the hundreds of times a day that I masturbate ferociously to pictures of Bill Cosby. Damn, I just love that sweet ass of Justin Bieber. I just wanna smack it so hard and lick the turds off his rectum as he lays those brown eggs on my receiving face. Yes, I'm a submissive, I like larger men to dominate my small body because I'm so gay. I'm just so friggin' gay, so can you please take my dildo and shove it up my ass so I can get just that little bit of satisfaction from another beautiful man taking my hot young bod to Valhalla? Give it to me. Give it to my bitch ass. I'm a bitch. I yearn for it. I'm a female dog. Woof, woof. Please fuck me, daddy. Fuck me hard so for once I can taste the sweet, succulent sensation that is your testicles. I haven't had dick in so long, I'm a virgin. None of the girls like my bitch ass, and they especially won't when it's red and swollen from all that pounding that you gave me with my own dildo. So put both hands on it and push it as far into my thirsty anus as you can." The bully had to take a step back from all that straight fire roasting Chris just did onto himself. Looking like a crazed prostitute on crack, Chris leapt wildly at the wall beside him, purposely avoiding Behemoth because he doesn't like conflict. But conflict found him. Behemoth grabbed the collar of his sweaty, weak old grey shirt and gave Chris a strong backhand across the face. Immediately, Chris's eyes looked as though they had lit up and he turned swiftly to face Behemoth and let out a loud narny. Behemoth punched Chris in the face, sending him tumbling to the cold, gravelly concrete. As the rocky surface of the ground made an impression on Chris's hand, the bully threatened him one more time, "Listen here, Quizzy, if you don't man up and come take your dildo back, I'm gonna go to your house and fuck your mum." Tasting the blood on his lips, Chris inquisitively replied, "Wait a minute," before sighing and turning to leave, announcing that he was going to take a fap because he's gay. Part 3. "Alright Chris, what movie do you wanna watch?" asked Will Chow. Chris was hanging out with his friends, Will Chow, Mark Ming, Jackson Jackman, Angelo Aristocrat Arnold Schwartz, Danny Despicable, Steven Sexaman and Raging Reggie. The third-party nut seller wheeled his cart into the theater. "Ah yeet," said Dolan Nutville as he introduced his macadamias, hazelnuts, peanuts, and other shitty nuts I can't be bothered listing to the gang. The white boy Nutville squawked, "Any of you thots wanna get some of my nuts in you? You better not dog the boys by not buying any of my fucking nuts, otherwise I'm gonna pop a manu in your home as I get my swag gang to touch your kids, alright, my M9s. Raging Reggie turned with a raging face towards the skinny white boy. "Alright, you little shit, I've been waiting for this," he yelled as he swung his powerful Asian fist at Dolan's frail face, one punching him to the ground. "Ah!" cried Dolan as he squeaked, "This is not nutty. This isn't very litty, sockin' me in the fockin' face, M9. Raging Reggie laughed in the face of his fallen foe. "Take that, you little bitch, can't even stand up to fight me like a man, you gonna lie there just so you don't have to face me again, you little bitch? That's what I thought, you little ass shit, bitch stain on the bottom of my fucking boot, you can't even beat me in a 1v1, you cheating little pussy ass cunt." Staying down, Dolan Nutville whined. "No. That's because you're like a fucking masturbator 3 with like 2k hours. You can't call yourself good for playing for so long, you're trash for your hours." This really steamed Raging Reggie as he took Dolan Nutville by the collar and started to drag him outside, saying to the guys, "Be right back, boys. Gonna beat this white kid's ass with some sense." Will Chow looked on in mild concern with Mark Ming pretended nothing happened. Jackson Jackman wanted to join in with his black belt moves, but he wanted to watch the movie with his friends. Angelo felt as though he just witnessed a satisfying pre-movie show match. Danny Despicable was playing Pokemon on his phone and had completely ignored the whole thing. Steven Sexaman was complaining about how Dolan should have thrown at least one punch, I mean for fuck's sake. Chris Gayson had slinked away from the action and had chosen the movie for the team. He was at the counter asking for 9 tickets to go see Captain Africa, Somalian Civil War. The cashier was a lady, and a pretty one at that. "Hey," said Chris, attempting a cool lean on the banister beside him only for him to not get a good angle on it and ending up leaning awkwardly on the side. "I'd like 9 tickets to go see Captain Africa, Somalian Civil War please," said Chris in a voice he thought was extremely seductive and sexy but ended up making him sound like a cat molester. He started to try small talk with the lady, try and make conversation. "You know, I watch a lot of movies and TV. I quite liked Channing Tatum's performance in Magic Mick. I thought he was a character with a lot of gravity and a penis. He had a big penis. Yeah. No, shut up, Chris, gay. No. Gay. Bitch, you ruined it." Christopher Gayson started punching himself in the head as the cashier handed him the tickets his friends paid for. "No," spoke Chris, "let me pay." He took out his wallet and it fumbled in his hands, spilling several Raspberry Delight, berry-flavored condoms all over the counter, and into the popcorn the lady was preparing for them. "It's okay," said Chris as he turned back to his creepy, low seductive voice, "I like my popcorn fruity." Suddenly, through the doors came in Behemoth McBitchface, and the members of the Semi-Asian League of Justice readied their hidden weapons, but it wasn't going to be a violent confrontation. Behemoth stepped up in front of Chris and announced, "You didn't take your dildo back from me. Well, guess what? I paid a visit to your house." Behemoth McBitchface took out his phone to reveal a selfie of himself with Chris's parents. It was a 3-way. "I had a threesome with your gay parents, you bitch. I'm not a virgin, but you are, you little bitch. Ha ha ha." Chris gasped and exclaimed "Narni," before announcing, "I'm gonna go fap now," as he slinked away towards the dark theater room, without for a second taking his eyes off that delicious picture Behemoth had held up on his phone. His friends joined him as they prepared to watch Captain Africa, Somalia Civil War. Epilogue. Indistinct chatter swallowed the dim theater room. Loud advertisements bombarded audiences' eyes with blatant messages about what cough medicine is the best. Suddenly, Chris's eyes lit up with a devilish grin, rasping eagerly, Did someone say dildo? He took out his long, white butt plug and sat on it to relax and calm himself down after that heated encounter. He closed his eyes as he drowned out the cacophony of the booming theater room. Fleeting glimpses of his childhood danced across his vision, numbing him with a soft, serene touch. A sovereign moment of an ever-advancing endeavor. Torrents of free-falling memories drenched his mind as the ever-expanding pool of regret and misery spread across the floor. A light pop song from decades past rolled into memory as Chris explored his trance-like state, hypnotized by the numerous and irreparable critical errors he had planted in his swaying past. Longing and life, doing and death. The will to act. The act of confronting your fears. The fear of facing the truth, and the truth of departing the once despair-inducing label so many have stamped on him, the truth of being a bitch. The end.